Au khole moruo wa makeisheneng au khole. Au tie moruo wa makeisheneng au tie. Mauqine umnotho emalokishini mauqine. Maukhule umnotho emalokishini maukhule. Mayiphele indlala mayiphele. Ayifele hlala ayifele. Awukhule moruo awukhule. Ayitholahale misebetsi ayitholahale. Uzayithola kanjani? Uzayithola kanjani? Uhlele khoneni. Sanibonani. Dumelang. Absheni. Good morning. Goeiemôre. Mina umsebenzi wami ukuthi ngizame ukuchaza ukuthi namhlanje sizoyenzani la. Mosebetsi wa ka go tlhalosa hore re tlo etsang mo. Ka ge program director a buile a se kopano ya batho ba mo Ivory Park fela. Re na le batho ba tswang diplekeng tse fapafapaneng ba ileng bo rakgwebo. Ba biditswe ke tonakgolo ya province ya rona ya Gauteng. Hobane ka tjeno re le mmuso wa Gauteng re nyaka go buisana le bo rakgwebo ka hore ke mananeo a mafeng a ka re thusang hore re raise tšhelete hobane re a tseba hore tšhelete ke bothata bo shebaneng le bo rakgwebo kaofela. All business people have got, if there's one problem they have which is common, is capital to finance their businesses, either to start or to grow, big or small. The problem might vary from the size of the business. So all business people have got the same problem. Doesn't matter how big or small. Sometimes we think that funding or money is a problem that is facing small businesses only. That's not the case. So today we came here because in 2014 in June, through our State of the Province address delivered by the Premier, we introduced the concept of township economic revitalization. And this does not mean that there were never economic activities taking place in the townships. There's always been economic activities in the townships. But the difference with what the concept we introduced was that firstly we wanted to emphasize the importance of this township economy, because the vast majority of our people are in the townships and they are forced to board taxis, trains and buses every day to go to cities or towns to get opportunities. Yet at the same time, this township economy is estimated to be worth 100 billion according to the study done by the World Bank. And this money does not stay in the townships, but also the township economy has been seen just as a or townships rather, as a dumping ground for the goods and products that are produced elsewhere. So we also wanted to enhance the production and manufacturing capacity of the townships so that township businesses must not just remain distributors of products which are manufactured elsewhere, but these products must also be manufactured there. So this, I think, is at the core of what we want to achieve. And in the same year, we went to about 65 townships, including this one. We engaged with about 50,000 township-based entrepreneurs. And subsequently, we held a township economic revitalization summit in Soweto, addressed by the Deputy President and the Premier. And that is where, amongst other things, the issue of a possibility of looking at a stock exchange. Yeah, let me put it that. A stock exchange that will be affordable and accessible to our township-based entrepreneurs. Because in our strategy, we acknowledge that funding is a big problem. We have raised issues of market access, production capacity, innovation. It doesn't matter how big or great your ideas are. If you cannot finance them, they will remain a pipe dream. So today, we are not here to say, because when we introduced the concept, at some point, people thought that, no, there is some township economy fund somewhere. I think, and I'm sure Premier will elaborate further, there is no fund for town. MEC Chris has not given us any fund for township economy. So we don't have any fund anywhere. And that is why we are always worried, like yourself, how are we going to help and work with our entrepreneurs and SMMEs in the townships to fund the ideas that are there? And this is not a question that must be answered by government only. It gives us sleepless nights, because if township entrepreneurs do not succeed, it means we will not succeed, because the overwhelming majority of our people will still remain in the margins of the economy. They will still not be integrated into the mainstream. We will still not create jobs. So we want to create jobs. We want to make sure that we integrate our people into the mainstream. But it will remain in the good speeches delivered by the Premier, the President, the ministers, if it does not have a champion, if it does not have foot soldiers on the ground. And the foot soldiers is the entrepreneurs, the SMMEs, who must make it a reality. And to be an entrepreneur, it's not an easy thing. It's very difficult. That is why, Premier, I find it strange. Every time I meet an entrepreneur who complains about investing their own money, you hear people saying, yeah, you are not helping us. I've invested my own money. It's your business. Whose money must you invest? You must invest your own money. Because if you invest in your own business, you've got confidence in it, and you can easily attract other investors, because you are showing them that I'm so confident in this business that I've taken my last penny or cent to invest in it, because I believe it will work. But if you say invest, but I'm not sure if it will work, who will give you that money? No one. So one of the things we want to instill amongst our entrepreneurs is that culture of investing your own money, saving your own money. It doesn't matter how big it is. It doesn't have to be millions. You don't have millions. Even if it's 2,000 rands, 3,000 rands, invest and collaborate. And that is why we also want to consolidate cooperative banks. In Gauteng, we've got about 8 of those with the asset value of about 100 million amongst themselves. It's too little, but they've started somewhere. And if you work together, and whatever little monies you have, you put it towards investing in the different areas. Because if you look at stokvels and burial societies, already our people are contributing a lot of money. The industry is worth about 70 billion. So, if we are able to contribute 70 billion every year, it means there is some money there. And I don't want to count what we use for our social activities and other things and all that. The issue is, how do we channel it and how do we save it? So today it's merely about having a discussion with you. So we are not coming here with the solution of, with a bag full of solutions or money. We don't have those solutions. We don't have money. We've got the will. We've got the commitment. And we've got the capacity through the state to to introduce enabling legislation, to use our procurement and buying power as government to empower entrepreneurs. That we have and that we're going to do. We have already said that 30% of our spend will go towards township entrepreneurs and all that. But it's not going to be, because township economy, it's not an act of charity. And that is why we want sustainable, durable, proper businesses that can provide quality. Because that's the only way we'll be able to build a strong township economy, which is integrated, not parallel to the mainstream economy. We are not trying to build a parallel economy. It's not going to survive. It will suffocate and die. But we are trying to facilitate, that's the other role we are doing, and coordinate the integration into the mainstream economy. So mine today was just to explain why we are here. I hope you understand. And there won't be anybody here who will say, no, I went to GP, they didn't give me this money or that and all that. Today, it's not about complaining. Today, it's about how do we raise money collectively, and what can we do with this money, and how can we coordinate, work faster. We introduced the idea in 2014. Now we are no longer talking ideas. Now we are talking implementation. That is why today you'll hear from the speakers, and the Premier will also explain. We are no longer talking about what can happen, what can we do. No. We are saying what are we doing. And one of the things we are doing is that there will be a stock exchange which is affordable and accessible to township entrepreneurs. It's one of the things that we are doing. One of the things we are doing is that we've got the Gauteng Enterprise Propeller. It is helping some of our entrepreneurs. We've got a partnership with FNB. They've set aside 250 million accessible to SMMEs. It's one of the things we are doing. We are talking to the Bank of China now. We'll be taking some of the entrepreneurs to China Investment Conference there, matching them with entrepreneurs there. It's what we are doing, not what can be done. And I can go on and on what we are doing, but today is not about that. So with those few words, ladies and gentlemen, I want to open this meeting and welcome all of you. Thank you very much.